found a computer at a thrift store, and that's why. Let's check it out. They got it for $5 roonies, but it was on sale. Okay, I got it for $3.75. What a deal. And the good news is, guys, we got that HDMI out right there, so I got it hooked up to my monitor. So I was just plugging in my mouse and keyboard, guys, and a screensaver started, guys, and we got $10 to layaway. What a deal. Man, that owner must have been money because, man, they got cash. So I've been trying to use this thing, guys, and it feels like suffering, okay? It's a AMD E2 processor there, very low powered, okay, DDR3 RAM, and more importantly, a spinning disk hard drive that I bet is really degraded. It also doesn't help that we have a bloated Windows 10 install here, and yeah, a bunch of junk that makes it even slower. Cool. So on that note, let's go ahead and put some stuff on it. First job of the day, do away with the layaway. And if you've been here for a minute, you're probably expecting me to do Linux Man K. You see me put this on pretty much everything, guys. But we got one more operating system that you've never seen me talk about before. Okay, this is Q4 OS. This is what I put on like really underpowered machines or really old machines. Stay tuned for the follow-up video. Woo, shake it layaway. And guys, this is where things are gonna get really interesting here, okay? Because I don't actually have output whenever I'm booting the computer, okay? I don't get it from there. So we're gonna try to work with half the screen and see how that goes. I could Google the boot hotkey, but that's not as fun as button mashing. That wasn't the right button. But I bet if I button mash this one, it says press something, but I don't know. Oh, there's something. I can't reach it. Oh, wait, I can. There's BIOS. It's flickery, but I see it. So normally I try to get into the BIOS, but I'm actually going to skip that and go straight into the boot menu here. I might try to go back there later to be able to switch the HDMIs around, but yeah. Well, what? Oh, Q4 OS. Then suddenly Q4 OS, and it sees my Wi-Fi chipset. And we're booted into the live environment. Cool. All right, and there's a little bit of info on the display. I'm gonna go ahead and tick that off there, and I'm gonna press apply. There we go, got that shut off, got that going, cool. And again, this is just the live environment here, so I'm still gonna, do this when this is actually installed, but we've shown the proof of concept, I'm gonna go with the regular desktop version here, and I'm actually gonna erase the disk and get rid of Windows entirely, and there's good reason for that. If I went with Windows 10, I'm compromising on my security. If I decided to bypass the restriction on this to allow Windows 11 to install, again, I'm compromising the security. Linux, I'm getting an up-to-date system consistently, so, I might have technically less software support here, but yeah, for this specific system, this is the way to go. That said, though, stay tuned, okay? We got some legacy builds, and then we're gonna do a little bit different. Another thing to keep in mind on this one is, again, we have a spinning disk hard drive in there, okay? Windows really likes to touch the hard drive, okay? When it's already having, performance issues, it suffers exponentially, okay? Linux, it spends a lot of time in the RAM, so we don't really have to use that as often. Doesn't mean we won't, but guys, the performance difference is going to be completely night and day, and it'll actually be usable. Install complete. Let's restart and see what she can do. All right, looking promising so far. And nice, we're in. So I got running some updates. Okay, I'm just doing a basic thing here, but I did notice as I was going here, first of all, we got some delayed typing, and come on, do the silly stuff again. Come on, do it. There it goes. Guys, this thing is bugging, man. But I mean, I did make it to my YouTube page, and I can't say I've ever seen it look like this before, so, kind of unique. But as you guys noticed, the video's loading up just fine. I even got audio coming directly from this. I wonder, can I full screen it? Here we go. I mean, it's trying. It did it. It finally did it. And again, as we're doing that, guys, we're running a full freaking system update right here. This should be where it's actually struggling, okay? But it's still doing it. So when this is done, this should be pretty sweet. Also worth pointing out with all this stuff going, guys, it is hardly doing anything. Again, very efficient. Not gonna lie though, these video issues are something. I'm gonna go ahead and try swapping out the browser, and maybe we'll get a different result. I doubt it, but we'll see. And again, this is Debian based, okay? So Debian like deb files that you download online, that'll work fine. The commands you're used to using, gonna work just fine. Again, it's convenient. So I went ahead and put Brave on here, and yeah, we're still running into some graphical issues here, but we don't have the delayed typing issue anymore, and it's already running way faster. It's just, we still have that bugginess. So yeah, this is far from the ideal user experience. We got these weird flashy things happening here. But the thing I think I'm most impressed with right off the bat, guys, is, again, like when I'm actually trying to load a video, when I'm not trying to fight with this stuff, there we go. You see, now my mouse is giant. At least this is a very entertaining machine so far. Now I'm just going to throw in a few more programs that I put on every one of my machines, okay? So I went and opened up the Discover App Store right here, and first I'm going to grab OnlyOffice, okay? This is the best open source office program in my opinion, okay? I used OpenOffice for decades. I used LibreOffice for decades. This one I've only been using for a couple years. It's just the best. It's just the best, okay? Try it out. You'll see what I mean, okay? It feels like what you're already used to using. And it's a given that we get the best media player ever made. And actually, I've never tried the Jellyfin desktop client before on this, so let's see what it does. Well, while these are downloading, why are we doing this to begin with, guys? Simply put, computers are stupid expensive now. The parts are stupid expensive. Like, it's outrageous, guys. And like, look, when I was getting started with technology, okay, I didn't have the latest and greatest. I had a collection of donated computers that were too dang old. And you know what? I learned on those. So what do you think I learned to do first? I learned how to work with what I had. And I know there's going to be someone out there, okay, that's in the same situation I was in, okay, where you want to learn how to do this. You want to tinker with things, but maybe you just have the family computer. Maybe there's no computer in the house. Maybe you just have a phone, okay? This is my way of showing you guys that, hey, it doesn't really matter what you got. It could be some old piece of junk, or again, stay tuned for the legacy stuff, okay? Because at bare minimum, you can have media playback, you can have a web browser, you can have, Office suite, okay? Maybe even some very lightweight gaming, okay? Essentially, it does the basics that a computer needs to do, and it can, improve your life instead of, not having a computer. And then, I love phones, but they're not perfect. With that said, are there better machines out there? Absolutely, okay? Are there machines out there that are probably even more secure, won't have like old hardware vulnerabilities? Yes, absolutely. But again, if this is what you have, this is what you have. So use what you got. Learn on it. Break it a little bit. It's pretty fun. Because then in no time, you know how to do silly things like set up a Jellyfin server and get yourself some Shimmer Shampoo playing directly off the thing on silly old piece of junk that, again, $3-something at a thrift store. Pretty cool. And off topic, actually, but if you guys want to see me talk about the Jellyfin server on my little NAS, I'll make a video on it. It's kind of cool. But back to the point at hand, guys, this does all of the core things a computer needs to do, and it was eWaste, okay? I could be, writing up like a document or something in OnlyOffice, okay? I could be attending school, hacking a degree. Let me know if you guys want to hear about that. I did it, but guys, again, like, there's a lot of flexibility that you can do, even with old junky computers like this, okay? It's just a matter of, again, your creativity. Now, with all that said, you can technically upgrade the thing, take out the spinning disk, put a solid state in there, maybe bump up the RAM, okay? But then you're spending money, and you know how much these cost now, so yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But on that note, guys, there's only one more thing that I want to test. Oh yeah, this was $375 well spent. It even runs the sequel with a ton of lag. It was cranked, so I'm fixing that. Okay, so it's definitely not perfect, and it's still, loading. Oh my gosh, it's still loading in like, oh my god, he's beating me! Stop beating me! You did not mess with the free man! Okay, anyway, it was still trying to load in assets, so we had a little bit of lag. What I'm actually curious about is right up ahead here, because right when we get here and look down this way, yeah, I'm definitely getting a few frames lost here. I mean, I'm still gonna say, this is not unplayable by any means, and I still have a little bit of room if I really wanted to where I could turn down the resolution more, okay? I can turn some of this down even further, okay? But yeah, this is good enough. And check it out, this one's looking super duper pixely. I'm only now noticing only the right speaker is working, and I got into the menu, I even tried changing the resolution, but look at that! I've never seen the game do this before. Okay, apparently that was the magic resolution. I picked that on accident. Oh, but the UI looks cool. There we go, high-res command, it's awesome. Oh, it's crispy. It's very crispy. So I don't, I think it's getting worse, like the pixelation. Like, hold on, I'm actually gonna detach you guys from my mount here. Look at that. That is bizarre. It looked perfectly fine a second ago. Okay, I could try to go fix this by changing like the Proton settings in Steam, okay, but this is working perfect. Surprise lore drop, by the way. I should have trauma associated with this game, specifically prepubescent birth defect surgery trauma, but I don't because this game is so good. But anyway, guys, if you found any kind of value in this whatsoever, don't forget to like, follow, share, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.